Greetings, this is Smo Love True. It is April 24th, 2021, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. One thing that I'd realized earlier this week, I had uploaded a video. I will put a link to that video about how to find one's future direction. And essentially, we're all supposed to be pivoting to follow our North Node. And the North Node is those things that are new experiences for us. It's actually what's going to be giving us the most satisfaction. And it does mean letting go of the past and of what's comfortable. So, with the American Republic being restored, it is because of the American Republic being restored that everybody at this time may be enabled to follow their North Node, their future direction. A lot of work has been happening. It is continuing to happen. And I'm just here to report from a microcosm of where we happen to be here in Rancho Cordova, California. The American Republic may be restored, and it's amazing what the healers have endured all this time. The henchmen outnumber the healers, but the healers, the henchmen are no match for the healers. It's all I can say. That I'm in a household with 4 other healers, and we have up and down the street in every direction, and from the front and the back and all angles possible, under heavy surveillance and heavy gang stalking. We're just 5 bodies, and we have to have this whole community squeezing us, putting pressure on us to make us feel out of sorts, but they're failing. Anyway, they've made a choice to do what they're doing, and they'll continue to do what they're doing. It's what they've contracted to do. Now, to let go of the South Node is to let go of what is comfortable, and it's also to let go of what the bankers have set up. So the banksters are overseeing the 1929 bankruptcy, and it is related to how we've made our life comfortable. To pivot and leave behind what is comfortable is to go in the direction of our North Node. And the North Node, if everybody can get on board and follow their North Node, it would be to have those new experiences, and it will be the tipping point of what enables the fruition of the American Republic. Let's see. So that's the North Node. Anybody who was born after 1971, I would consider them children. Yes. And these children are highly advanced. They are very specialized in what they need to do. And that's where taking care of the children is basically taking care of the future. A lot of what's put out there about the millennials and my best guess is many of the millennials are part of this children group. They have their attention span might seem like it's lacking, or they just get stuck in a groove and they can't get out of that groove until they have satisfied and satiated their sense of knowing and built their foundation so that they can move forward onto the next building block. And that's what makes the children very significant. A lot of what comes out of the book of Revelations that I had read back in August of 2020, I realize relates to the book of life. Whose name is in the book of life? And it appears that the book of life only relates to those from the previous cycle, those born between 1900 and 1971. And the children, the book of life does not relate to the children. So I wanted to clarify that at this time. Now here's a piece of information most people wouldn't know about, but it happens to relate to today's energy. It is the blue magnetic monkey, Kin 131. And from what I've gathered, today happens to be, Jesus Christ's energy, the energy of Jesus Christ. So I'll just read what that energy is about. Let's see if I can fit that in here. Here we go. I unify in order to play, attracting illusion. I seal the process of magic with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. Today also happens to be a childhood friend's birthday, and today she would have turned 50. She had, back in 2013, conveyed a message from my father, who had passed away in 1991. And that was to say that my father was very proud of me. And at that time, I wasn't even awake. So that she could relay this message or convey this message from my father and see his image. She's a very special woman. She at this time happens to be in Texas, and it's been a while since I've last spoken to her. That was actually the last time I spoke to her, was back in 2013. Now, this is that book that I had gotten, or actually my hostess had picked up for me, ordered for me. Very relevant. This is what the Orientals follow the 13 moon calendar. It's a lunar calendar. And it's this particular month happens to be, or I should say this 10th moon happens to be about manifestation. So we are getting close to that time. There's the planetary dog moon of manifestation. I'm still trying to decipher it. But the one who had founded this whole ideology. I'll put a link in the video description. He had done a presentation in Argentina back when before the banks were bailed out, and then he passed away. I think it was about 2012, just around that time. Now, the other information that had been released prior to the banks being bailed out under the Obama administration, I think it was Oxford University had released Newton's alchemy notes, and that was put out into the public for this information, these alchemy notes, to be deciphered. Now, what's significant about this is that, let's see, what's significant about information that's put out there, it's so that common everyday people, typically the healers, would come to the foreground and decipher it and put it out in the public, just give it away. But I believe a lot of healers who are coming into their power and finding their own sovereignty, they're teaming up and they're keeping this information close to themselves. So it's pretty significant in terms of offering remedies to people's, I want to say, Newton's alchemy notes provides a remedy for those individuals, those healers, whoever they might be, to provide a remedy to fix what is weak or debilitated in their natal chart. So it's very fascinating. And for those that I had done, let's see, done some charts, that was fun. They were more my guinea pigs in terms of learning what I could see. And I'll have to say that I greatly appreciate those who had provided that information. It only takes 3 points to confirm a line. And I've only been at this for less than 2 years, so it's hit or miss, really. But still very fun, a fun puzzle to work out. Anyway, I hope this finds all well. Please enjoy the beautiful energy that's available for everybody to access. It's important to stay in one's integrity, stay aligned. This week, whoever weekend, this week and next week, these next 14 days as we get over to the full moon, we are working on our future, and it doesn't affect just the next 30 years, the way the last cycle from 1991 to 1993 had affected. This is the time where the American Republic is being restored, and it's significant. The restoration of the American Republic is significant for everybody, primarily because it just means the banksters lost. So I want to say, have a beautiful day. I should say, have a beautiful weekend, and enjoy the good news that's coming. There's some unexpected good news that's coming out next week sometime. And I trust many people may have the opportunity to pivot very quickly towards their North Node. Smo Love True, out for now.